SNAPSHOT 25w02a adds a lot of overworld changes to the game, and it's exciting. First big change is the fact that there are 2 more pig variants. Of course, we got our beloved original pig variant. Normal pig spawns in biomes that are not cold or warm, while the cold pig spawns inside cold biomes. And this is a beautiful looking pig. I love this. Then you have the warm pig that spawns inside the warm biomes, which for whatever reason does not include the desert. Could not tell you why, but you know, warm pigs just don't spawn in the desert, but they do spawn in the savanna biome, and I can only assume the Badlands biome. They actually blend into the Badlands biome really well. The changelog also says that farm mobs now spawn in the Badlands, but I have not seen any except one pig. So if you guys see any of the farm mobs spawn here, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious if it's actually happening. In the case you want to spawn these pigs yourselves, for the warm pig, you just type this in, and for the cold pig, you just type in the word cold where warm was. And when bred, the baby pig is just randomly chosen between the 2 variants that are bred. Now, just to test something, when a regular pig is hit with lightning, and if I can actually hit the pig, there we go, it turns into a zombified piglin. I can only assume the same thing happens with the warm and the cold pigs. It does. One of the things that I said in my Pale Garden review was that the rest of the leaves need the particles that the pale leaves have, and now they do. Every form of leaf now has a chance to spawn the leaf particles, and I'm so excited to see this more in game and just to walk through the forest and stuff to see this. This is amazing. Now, just like the cherry leaf petals that came before, we now have leaf litter and wildflowers. In the birch forest, you will find the wildflowers, and they work the same exact way that the pink petals do. When you place them on a block, you can do 1, you can do 2, you can do 3, or you can do 4. On top of that, they are also directionally placed blocks, so depending on the way you're facing depends on where they get placed on the block. And this is what a normal 4 patch looks like, but you can make a custom pattern 4 patch by doing this, and it looks great. And leaf litter is the exact same thing, except these can be found in regular forests. Another thing to note about the leaf litter is it can be used as fuel in furnaces. So I want to go ahead and test how much does a stack of leaf litter burn from a stack of iron. Clearly not much, because that is going really fast. So we will do that over here as well, and I just need to go ahead and get a stack of those, and we'll see how much of that we have by the end of it. Ambience is clearly a big thing for the spring update. This is exciting. You can also bone meal the wildflowers to get more. The leaf litter, though, you can't. And the final thing to note is you can get more leaf litter by smelting any kind of leaf in a furnace, which is really cool. Oh, the Lodestone, one of the blocks I've never used in game. And that's because it used to only be found in the Bastion remnants inside of the Nether. But now it can be found in the chest of ruined portals, so this can now actively be used. Along with being lootable easier, you can also craft it with 8 chiseled stone brick and 1 iron ingot. If you have no idea how to use this, check out my short I released. It is linked in the corner. One of my biggest complaints when the Pale Garden came out was it was way too small of a biome. That has been fixed. The Pale Gardens now occupy more space than it previously did in the Dark Oak Forest. Along with that, the woodland mansions can now spawn in the Pale Garden biome. The Creaking has also seen some changes. The Creaking heart can now be dormant during the day rather than constantly being activated. When it's activated, it is nice and bright just like that. Once it turns day, it becomes deactivated. Really cool. Along with that, the Creaking can also now be named. And the beautiful thing is, once the Creaking is named, it will stay during the entire daytime. The only downside is dormant Creaking hearts, which again is what happens during the day, cannot spawn resin. Named Creakings also stay even if the Creaking heart that it's associated with loses its pale logs. But if you break its heart itself, the Creaking will just, you know, crumble. What an amazing change. We can now name our Creakings. We just can't farm resin from them during the day. And there you have it, Snapshot 25w02a in a nutshell. Let me know what your favorite changes. Mine is definitely the pigs. Love the fact you can name the Creaking. Also, you get 32 iron in a furnace from the leaf waste thingies. The ambient update is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what else they add through this. Seasons, anyone? With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.